yoga, meditation, and the art of balanced living. It is a question of out of balanced life to the balanced life. This is monk who sold his Ferrari. But our hero Arjun, he fell down from the top. He did not know whether to take the ladder once again, or even if he can take the ladder, can he take a ladder with full of values? Can he win without a sin? These were the questions that were bothering him. Therefore, he goes into his father to seek guidance on leadership, real corporate events, and the contradictions that is happening in his life, the leadership, positive thinking, ego, and so on. So, from the brink of bankruptcy, he comes back to the basin of wisdom and dynamism. The monk is giving up, our saint is regaining. The monk is selling his Ferrari, our saint is buying back his Bentley, of course with 100% check payment and with all payment of the dues. This is what our saint in the boardroom. Both are baptism, but both are of a baptism of a different theme.
I have two questions, Dr. Prakadas. Good afternoon. When did this idea of writing a book start, and what was the journey? That's question number one. The second part is what next? Undoubtedly, it's I'm getting to see the book for the first time, and I know the philosophies behind it a little bit.
Yeah.
And what next?
First, let me take the first question first. When I did my PhD thesis, my professor who was there, he was also there. So, at the time of PhD thesis, it was mentioned, it was remarked that this PhD thesis on corporate governance should better be converted into a book on corporate governance. But I said, you see in the retail, we have a metric called the footfall. Footfall in the retail is, I said the eyeballs is what maximum eyeballs has to roll over the book. We wanted the book to not be end as an ornamental piece in the library. A serious subject written may be ending up in the ornamental pieces in the library, or at best to a very small segment of the people. But we wanted the book to go to the public at large, especially the target is on the younger generation, the budding professionals. So therefore, we decided to take this book and give the storytelling effect to this book. So the trigger is coming from that. Now you are asking me what next? Yes, we are very soon, July 2012, we are coming up with our next book. Having started the fiction, maybe I started enjoying the creative side more. My creative brain is working more. Maybe I am finding a passion at a later date. Now instead of focusing once again on the positive thinking, again, you will be repeating the same thing. Now we have taken up a thriller. The title of the book registered is The Shackles of the Warrior. It's about a great warrior in 2500 BC whose curse chases him during all his reincarnations. What did he do? How did he escape the curses? This is what is the story about. The Shackles of the Warrior, July 2012 for you.
Why there is no case analysis in your book?
Pardon me?
There is no case analysis, case studies. Because,
there are several real corporate events. That's a case study.
Only events. It's a piece of literature.
No. Why the disaster? There was a complete write-up on why the disasters and what are the various scams, what caused that. Is all coming in a storytelling form. The complete corporate scam, the complete scam that has happened in the entire world has been given in the form of a story. As I said, the case studies have been presented as a story. The case study has not been called as a case study, it has been called as a story.
சரி, இப்போ பாவம் செய்யாமல் பலனை பெறுதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு உங்க புத்தகத்தில் இந்தியாவில் இது நடைமுறைமா படுத்த முடியுமா? ஏன்னா நேர்மையான முறையில் நிர்வாகத்தை பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு தீமோடு இந்த புத்தகம் இது இங்கே சாத்தியமாகுமா? எல்லா இடத்துலையுமே கரெக்ஷனு மற்றதெல்லாம் இருக்கு.
Yeah, let me answer this in two parts. One, already the hero of Tamil. I'll try. Pardon me for mistakes. I write Tamil well. பாவம் செய்யாமல் பணம் செய்வது எப்படி? இது முடியுமா? இது உங்களது கேள்வி. நான் இதுக்கு ரெண்டு விதமான பதில்கள். ஒன்று, எங்க ஹீரோ அர்ஜுன் அவங்க அப்பாவை கேட்கிறாரு, இதெல்லாம் நடைமுறைக்கு ஆகுமா? நீங்கள் ஹிஸ்ட்ரியிலேருந்து யாரெல்லாம் சொல்கிறீங்க, we are living in a different world. ஸோ அதுக்கு அவங்க அப்பா 3 ரோல் மாடல் சொல்கிறாரு. they are the living role models. அந்த ரோல் மாடல் நடைமுறையில் வாழ்ந்து காட்டியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதனால் அவங்க நடைமுறையில் வாழ்ந்து காட்டினது நம்மளால் செய்ய முடியும்னு சொல்கிறோம். யார் அந்த 3 பேருங்கிறது நான் சொல்ல விரும்பல. ஏன்னா எங்களோட கான்ஷியன்ஸ் படி அவர் ஃபெய்த் on them is pure, unconditional, absolute. அவங்கள வந்து we don't want to use in the promotional strategies, we don't want to use their names. So therefore I am withdrawing the names. You can read from the book. But there are certain living role models. This is a question for you. The next thing is, Ronald Reagan said, it's a famous quote, when your neighbor loses the job, sometimes English, sometimes Tamil, please pardon me. When your neighbor loses the job, you call it as a normal business cycle. But when you lose your job, you call it as a great recession. அதே மாதிரி the business preacher, the ethics preachers say, business ethics is the bottom line. The ethics practitioner says bottom line only is the business ethics. There is a divergence. Now if you ask me, we talked as a practitioners. I have lived 30 years in the corporate career. I have lived as a functional entrant. I have lived as an entrepreneur. I invested money. I lost my money, and I came back from this more or less like the hero Arjun. So, and I have never diluted the values, nor my co-author who has 45 years of standing in the market. So, எங்களுடைய நடைமுறையிலிருந்து we are saying that we can live without sinning. This is possible. Last thing, the book dedication. The book is dedicated to Manjunath, Satyendra Dubey, George Coutu, and millions of unsung heroes who do their job diligently and honestly, unmindful of the opportunistic behavior around them. Today, don't tell me there are nobody who is doing it. There are millions of they are unsung heroes. The book is trying to bring out these unsung heroes. People are living with honesty and diligence. Therefore, we should not allow the thinking that cutthroatness is a smartness. We should translate the good portion into the rest of them, and so that the values will prevail. So therefore, extend your values beyond home. First, no one likes to admit in front of the child that I am taking bribe. You can mark it. No one can admit. For the children, they say, live nicely, live honestly. They don't want to admit they are doing corruption. So we have to extend that values beyond homes. So therefore, I would say, முடியுமாங்கிற கேள்விக்கு முடியும். நீங்களே முதல்ல ஆரம்பிக்கலாம் from your home. This is what is my answer.
I have a question for you. The book is targeted mainly for the younger generations, the corporate world. So what do you think you have done special in the book so that the corporate people or the younger generations will actually look into the book? What is that something special?
Yeah, the younger generation, unfortunately, they have not been told about the ancient scriptures in a simple form. I have not read Sanskrit, but for the purpose of writing the book, I went to the several Sanskrit slogas and I read the Vedas, Bhagavad Gitas myself only for the first time. I did not do it during my professional life. So those things which the younger generation do not know has been simplified and has been told in a storytelling format. So our job is not to preach the younger generation. If we have to bring the younger generation to our book, how do we do that is the storytelling effect. Therefore, as long as we bring the younger generation towards our book, we are sure it will be taken care. So what we have done is to make it so simple and make it with a lot of storytelling effect so that the younger generation will be attracted. That is what we have done for the younger generation.
Sir?
Yes.
Yes. A saint in the boardroom is not an oxymoron. A saint is not concerned with the generation of wealth. What is your take?
Yeah, wonderful question. Is it an oxymoron? This is the same question which was written by one of my critical reviewers who is an American who is a PhD student. He also raised the same question. I answered him and he very well appreciated. This is the answer for you. Now, first of all, today's saints are not indulging in wealth generation. I don't know. Gautama Buddha, he came out of the palace and he went into wilderness in search of the salvation. But today's saints, many of the saints are going back from wilderness to the palace in search of the wealth. This is a problem today. But even in our book, the hero asked his father, a saint taking an investment decision in a what is good or bad, that he asked. So therefore, whether the saint is indulging in wealth generation today or not, it's a different issue. But I go by the wisdom. Chanakya says, the satisfaction of the king and the dissatisfaction of the saint is a catastrophe for the country. A saint should not be dissatisfied. So I take the wisdom that saint should not be indulging in the wealth generation. Taking that clue, then why did you give the title, what a saint is doing in a boardroom? Is it not an oxymoron, is your question. Now, well, I have to take some props. I am not going to do a magic, but I have to explain my point. See, this is a post-it sticker, and this is, let's say, this is the paper. Now, this is a, you assume it for a moment, it is a corporate economic landscape. Now, when they are to be out, the saying is detached. Now, what we are doing is that we have pasted, post-it sticker is pasted. When it is pasted, this is attachment. That is, our saint in the boardroom should get attached to the corporate economic landscape as far as wealth generation. Now, as far as the wealth distribution and dharmic accountability and control, he should be unbiased. Like a post-it sticker, it should come out without leaving the traces of the glue on the paper. But most of us are unfortunately glued to the paper. So therefore, our saint in the boardroom, he pursues attachment with detachment. So many a time, you may not get the result what you want, you have no control over your results. The result may crown you or crucify you on a cross. You should be prepared to face the result. Have passion at the input phase, but have philosophical outlook at the output phase. Focus on the roots and not on the fruits. Focus on the purpose and not on the outcome. This is our saying in the boardroom, Mr. Arjun. Thank you. I think I'll leave the stage to the anchor, please.
Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite on stage a lady who is a topper in her MBA from a premier institution. She was a key member of the think tank for the book A Saint in the Boardroom, and she is an emerging co-author with her father, Dr. Durgas, on his new forthcoming thriller, Shackles of the Warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome on stage Ms. Priyanka Durgadas with a vote of thanks.
Thanks, Michelle. Dear Chief Guest, Mrs. Suhasini Maniratnam. Dear Guest of Honor, Mrs. Sarveshwar. Special Guest of Honor, Mr. Natraj. Our audience, the brand ambassadors of our book, The Saint in the Boardroom, and the members of the press and the media. On behalf of the team of The Saint in the Boardroom, we thank you all for gracing the occasion and making this event a grand success. For us, the launch of this book, with all your support, is truly a great moment. We also thank our media partner IDD Percept for their excellent cooperation. Further, the people who have been relentless supports for our book are too many to acknowledge individually, and to all of them, we take this opportunity to acknowledge a collective debt of gratitude through this forum. For those who want to know where our book is available, we have the information displayed on the screen for you. The details are also part of the press kit, and it's available to all our guests. So please do join us for lunch in the lounge outside. And I would also take this opportunity to mention that Tatvalok Foundations has made available a complimentary copy of their December issue. It's also available outside in the lounge area, and you can all take a copy. Thank you.
Quickly adapt to changing work trends and technology, and where the management is expected to be fleet-footed in this decision-making speed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a wonderful audience. We request you to kindly join us for lunch.
Great show. Different help.
போடுன்னு சொல்லும்போது
அப்படி செய்து வராது.
Thank you for being with us, being on this day, and lunch is ready. About the book, any language is okay. See, this book is about, we can be a winner without being a sinner. யூஎஸ்ல இருந்த NRI, தமிழ்நாட்டு லால்குடியை சேர்ந்தவர், அவர் எப்படி இந்த கிரைசிஸ்லேருந்து வெளியில் வரார் அப்படிங்கிறத பற்றி இந்த புக். In today's world,